Today, it's not about predicting the Dragon Ball FighterZ roster. We've done that. I've written down my prediction, nothing can change it now. It's right here if you want to watch it. Today is about what players want, what they're asking for, who are the most wanted characters, and at this point you know the deal. I've counted comments from YouTube, from Reddit, I put them into a spreadsheet, a very boring job to make a very entertaining video. They say YouTuber's life is easy. Number 10, Adult Gohan or Ultimate Gohan, whatever you want to call him. Funny thing about Ultimate Gohan, he didn't do much back in Dragon Ball Z. He got so strong that he got cocky and Boo ate him. But now he's back on Dragon Ball Super, so I'd say there's a big chance of him being in the roster. Not because of Super specifically, but because now he's been in both. But as far as moves go, I don't really know what he'll have. A Super Kamehameha? I mean, another one? It's pushing it already. Maybe this is where he goes with his Masenko. Personally, what I like to see is Adult Gohan as the Great Saiyaman, and maybe have a transformation into Ultimate Gohan to please the fans. That would at least make his base form a bit more unique in terms of moveset. Number 9, Tien, another one of the Z Warriors. This one not only has been in Dragon Ball Z and Super, he was also in the original Dragon Ball, and although he fell behind the main characters in power, he's kinda back in Super, so I think we'll definitely see him as well. As far as moves go, I was surprised not to see a solar flare on Krillin's screenshots, and the reason might be because they're saving it for Tien. Other than that, Kikonho or Neo Trio Beam, however you know it, triangle over here, that is sure to show up. Everything else, I think it's optional. Don Ray, maybe. Number 8, Hit. This is the only pure Dragon Ball Super character on this list. I say pure because Golden Frieza technically showed up in Resurrection of F movie, and there are some other characters that showed up in the Gods movie as well that are coming up. But the movies were considered Dragon Ball Z before Dragon Ball Super came out. Anyway, it's a mess. Hit, however, he didn't show up in any of the movies. He only showed up in Dragon Ball Super. And whether or not he makes an appearance in this game is going to depend on whether or not Arc Systems is planning to include Dragon Ball Super characters. So far, they haven't confirmed or denied doing that. The only indication we have is a statement saying they'll take characters from all Dragon Ball generations to please all the fans, and that's not saying much. Hit is without a doubt the most popular character in Dragon Ball Super, and his fighting style is very unique. You guys have probably seen Guldo from the Ginyu Force use time stopping technique. Hit uses that to perfection, thus becoming a very powerful opponent. Now, I don't know exactly how that would work in a fighting game, but if anyone can figure out a crazy ability like that, it's Arc Systems, and for that reason alone, I really want Hit to be in the game. Number 7, Android 17, yet another character from both Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. I think he's another safe bet. The thing about androids though is the fact that they have unlimited energy. But giving any character in Dragon Ball FighterZ unlimited super attacks without any energy cost, it sounds a little bit overpowered. Games like Budokai Tenkaichi have solved this in the past by making special attacks spend stamina instead of ki, or by having ki generate slowly but not being able to manually do it. In Dragon Ball FighterZ, none of these solutions is appropriate though, since there's no stamina bar and ki already generates over time as you take damage or deal damage, and manually doing it is already dangerous anyway, so we'll see how they solve the android's energy issue or if they just completely ignore it. As far as abilities go, I'd be surprised if 17 doesn't have his android barrier to absorb projectiles. Oh, maybe that charges his ki further, and that's how they solve it. Number 6, Beerus. Or Bills, English translations. Gotta love them. Alright, so Beerus showed up in a movie before Dragon Ball Super began, so I guess you could call him a character from both Z and Super. I mean, they've got Golden Frieza in the game, so Beerus is definitely eligible. And unlike Hit, which is 100% a Super character, we don't know if Arc Systems is going there yet. This is one of those cases where Arc Systems must favor game balance over being accurate in canon. Because how are you gonna have Krillin fight Beerus and deal him any kind of damage? Here we need to close our eyes to what's canon and just roll with the flow. The God of Destruction has a lot of moves, but I don't think any of them are very iconic because it hasn't really used them repeatedly. Unless you've been playing a lot of Xenoverse, in that case you've seen them all time and time again. So in terms of moveset, I think they could go anywhere with this character. But simply because of the power difference inside the Dragon Ball universe, I'm not sure Arc Systems will include him. And yes, I know he's a part of my roster prediction, but I can also have doubts about my own prediction, right? Number 5, Bardock. Now, this is our first Dragon Ball Z exclusive character. Bardock is a fan favorite. If he is included, it would surely please a lot of people, even if I can't really see what would make him a unique character. Most of his moves are simply ki blasts that he decided to give a name to, but they just look like ki blasts. Nothing too distinct from other characters are already doing, and Arc Systems is looking for characters to bring unique qualities to the game. And for this reason alone, I'm not sure he'll make it. He might be an important character to the Dragon Ball story, heck, he's Goku's father, you don't need more than that. But Arc Systems' focus isn't story, it's on interesting and distinct gameplay styles for its characters. And I don't know if Bardock fits that description. But maybe you know him better than I do, and maybe you can see a unique gameplay hook for him. So let me know what you think of his gameplay style. What should it be in the comments down below. Number 4, Janemba. And I'm guessing not the fat one, the cool looking one, probably with a sword. Or not, he's cool either way. The main problem with Janemba is that he's a movie exclusive character, and once again we don't know if Arc Systems is going that far. However, there are several arguments in favor of Janemba, and we'll get to them later. Gameplay wise, he's got a teleport ability, but since the game is already giving a teleport to every character, I'm not sure how this would make him unique, but his ability to manipulate reality would surely make him a fun character for Arc Systems to develop. Even though Janemba isn't a part of my initial roster prediction, I think he's more likely to show up than I initially thought. His playstyle has a chance to be truly unique, so I'm optimistic about seeing him in the final game. Number 3, Gotenks. Now some people want the fusion mechanic, others just want to play as Gotenks from the get-go, but all of them want Gotenks. And he's been in both Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super, though his Dragon Ball Super cameo was kind of fast. I think he's pretty much guaranteed to be in the game. Gotenks has a very childish moveset. He targets the enemy's nether regions very often. He's got an obsession or something. His attacks even look silly, like the volleyball or the kamikaze ghosts or even the donut rings. They are an interesting way of using your ki. These two kids with immense power have given birth to some brand new Dragon Ball abilities and would without a doubt make for an awesome character in Dragon Ball FighterZ. Number 2, Android 18. If anyone on this entire list is making it to the final game, my money is on Android 18. She's the safest bet on this list. Ability-wise, she's an android, so everything we said about the energy and Android 17 still applies here. She also knows how to do the android barrier, but I think we see 17 do it more often, so it's more of his signature move. And if Arc Systems wants to make these two characters different, maybe they'll just give it to 17 and not 18. Other than that, she can also use the Destructo Disc, but that's already been taken by Krillin, so I don't know. What do you guys think 18's signature moves are? What moves would you like to see here? Let me know in the comments down below. And the number 1 with a bullet is Broly. Yes, the most wanted character for Dragon Ball FighterZ is the legendary Super Saiyan. One of them at least, and I think that's the biggest obstacle to Broly being here, is that he's not the only legendary Super Saiyan anymore. What if Arc Systems prefers Kale? Are they gonna include both in the game? Not only is she a more recent character because she's from Super, she's also a female character, which this game doesn't have a lot of. And Broly isn't actually canon, and that might be the reason why Arc Systems ends up leaving Broly out of this game, but I don't think that will be the case. As you can see, he's number 1 with the bullet on this list. His popularity alone will get him in the game, canon or not. Also, Broly's playstyle can be pretty unique. He can be the grappler type of character with a lot of grab moves, and also just beautiful visuals. Can you imagine the color changes as he transforms or charges up his Omega Blaster? With this game's graphics, I don't know if my heart could take it. And those are the top 10 most wanted characters. Was your personal pick on this list? Let me know in the comments down below. Get ready for the closed beta by learning how to use your assists better, clicking this video right here. If you're in the mood for something else, you can also click this video right here. Click the like button if you enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.